Um, I don't even know. I don't know where to start. By the title of the video. You're gonna know perhaps what this video is about and where I have been in my life in the past month. Today is August 12th, and it is exactly 1 month today since John, the father of my kids, passed away. I've cried so much. Tears don't even come out anymore. I feel this heaviness in my chest and need to yell and cry, and it's very confusing, and there's so many questions that I have that may or may never be answered. And I don't have a large following, but many of you have followed me, and I can't go on uploading videos without updating you guys on this major event, tragic event in my life. The last video I had just uploaded a few weeks ago, and that video was actually from mid-June. Let me close these doors. That video was from mid-June. And if you guys saw that video, I had gone to go get my ACLS training, and I was very hopeful and talking about where I'm headed and where I'm at in my new grad nursing journey, and how I got a position at a hospital. And I was just telling you guys and updating you guys because I had not in a while. And then I was excited because I was preparing to start at the hospital in mid to late July. And I was excited, and I was telling John how excited I was, and he was always excited for me to be in school and to pursue my career choice, and a lot of hopes and plans and a lot of things were discussed between me and John. I don't really talk about my relationship with John on this channel, mostly because John is a very private person, and I have posted him very early on when my channel was very new, and but he was always wanting to support me, but at the same time, John was a very conservative man, very private, so there are certain things that he didn't want me to show the public, and I respected that, and I came to understand why he felt that way and the need to protect our children. I mean, I wasn't a big channel, but potentially, and just exposing our children to the internet, and he just wanted to be private, right? So I focus mostly on nursing content, and that's what I've been doing. And to move forward, I can't I have to share this part of my life and how things are going to be moving forward, and how this has affected and will affect my life, and how I move and raise my children and my career and just everything. I don't want to go into too much detail, mostly because the story that I told my children is one that they will understand for their age. And because this is public, I want to be careful with what I say. And maybe I don't even have to say much and you guys will understand. I don't even know where to start or how to end this. I took a pause. Because I am under a contract with the hospital. It's through an agency. They're waiting for me. I can start whenever I am ready, and I'm grateful for that. I had started COVID swabbing again in early July. Not very much as like before, but I was doing some hours. And the week before John passed away, not the week, but a few days before he passed away, we spent a beautiful day. It was on July 8th. And we spent some time together, alone and with the kids. We took them to the beach, and it was a beautiful day. Between me and him, we had discussed a few things that were going on in his life and my life, and he was in a very rough place. And but I spoke to him on Sunday. July 10th was the last day that I spoke to him over the phone, and on Tuesday, July 12th, he passed away. He passed away, and when I got the news, I was devastated. I didn't want to believe. Just so many emotions, and it's a roller coaster of emotions. I feel devastated, emotionally wrecked, physically. Physically, for the most part, I'm okay. I think my body has been doing some weird things. Me and John had wanted another baby. Mostly me. The whole past year I had a lot of baby fever, and he knew, and technically we weren't together, and it's a long story. Maybe I'll save it for another day. We weren't officially together for the past year, several months. We tried again in December to February, and then he broke it off. It's just, I mean, I would have to go into detail in our relationship, but that's like a long story. I don't even know if you guys are interested. I usually just make more nursing related topics, not really personal with my relationships, or relationship, because he's been the only man I've been with. We been together, or in our lives, for 13 years. I was 17 and he was 18 when we met. He was 30 when he passed, and I am 29. I'll be 30 next month in September 5th. And I just never thought that he would not be in my life. Even if we weren't together, if we went our separate ways, I always pictured us together, old, their children, and just growing old. And I am devastated. I was very hopeful for us, especially the last day, 4 days before he passed. That day will forever stay with me, and that day brought so much hope between me and him, and we tried for a baby girl. We've been wanting a baby girl. Just grieving, losing him, all of our hopes and dreams, and my children, having to tell them was one of the worst things that I could ever. It's been one of the worst things that I've had to do, and the baby doesn't understand. Landon, he's little. He'll be 3 in September. Sophia's 9. She just turned 9, and the day that we laid him to rest at the cemetery, July 20th, she turned 9. Liam is 6. They both were devastated. Sophia felt it the most. She cried as soon as I told her. As soon as I told her, she like asked again if he was dead, and I said yes, and I explained to them in a way that they would understand the situation. There are certain things that I don't want them to know, and you know, at their young age, but I told them, and it's true. So what I told them is true, but in a way that they understand. And Liam was shocked, and he has a very high-pitched, loud voice, and it went super much higher, and he just kept asking if his dad had died, and was confused. And I hugged them, and I explained to them and answered all their questions and cried. And I think I scared Landon, because when I hugged my daughter and my son, I let out a yell. I let out a yell that I have never felt come out of me before. And it was a pain, not just between my relationship with him, but the relationship that he had with his children, and the hopes and the dreams and the devastation my children felt, and everything. And I still can't believe that this is the reality that I live in right now, and the only thing that has gotten me through, and as always, is God, and praying, and just listening to worship music, and listening to any other music just triggers me. And I do listen to it sometimes when I can't let it out. I do listen to music so it can help me get it out, because sometimes I feel like the feelings and emotions of grief and loss are building up inside of my chest, and I feel irritable sometimes. Just the whole thing. I feel lonely. I feel unsafe without him. And he's a big guy. And if you've been following me, and if you ever saw him, he's a bigger guy. And I felt protected and safe and loved with him. And it's just, I can't believe that he's gone. And just sitting here and talking to you guys, like I feel inside like I want to yell and cry, and I can't. I have a big lump on my throat, and it feels so heavy. This video is just all over the place, but it's a video that's so real. I never thought that I would be making this video. And But it's been a roller coaster of emotions, of you know, obviously I laugh, and if I hear something funny, I'll laugh and I'll joke, and my kids will go out here and there and we'll have fun, but we're still sad. And my kids, you know, they're children and they grieve a little different, so I'm trying to stay on top of them and try to take care of myself. And my mom is there for me and my family and friends, and but there are just a lot of things that I may never talk about to you guys that are very hard. I don't even know what else to say. I'm trying to be careful with what I say, but one day my children can see this, and I just don't want them to see something that maybe they're not ready to hear, or if they have a question, or I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know if I'll post this video. It's been a rough day. I feel numb, I feel sad, I feel lonely, I feel angry, I feel confused. I feel all the symptoms of grieving, and I don't know when this is gonna go away. Never. I don't think it's ever gonna go away, because the more time passes, the more I miss him, the more I want to hear his voice, physically be able to embrace him and comfort him and hug him and just be there, have him. The holidays, birthdays, Disneyland, the park, just everything. And I have recordings of his voicemails that he used to leave me, letters, pictures, and I might insert a few here. And just, I don't know what to feel. It's just so much. It's so much. And all I want to do is just lay in bed. The only thing that gets me out is my children and the need for me to go to work. And thank God for this position, the COVID swabbing right now. If it wasn't for this position, I don't know. I feel so drained and so brain fogged to even start as a new grad at the hospital. I don't think I'm ready. I'll give myself at least 2 more weeks and then evaluate how my mental is, so I can go back. And I don't want to compromise patients' lives because I'm still grieving, or because I'm brain fogged or distracted. COVID swabbing is very relaxing, not relaxing, it's just a very chill position, so it doesn't take much brain power or physical activity to do. But I will update you guys on when I start, and I did want to take you guys on that journey, and I don't know where this channel will lead me, if I will share more later on, and maybe how I'm raising my kids, or I don't know what you guys are interested in knowing. If you guys want to know exactly how he passed, I'm not going to answer that. Maybe, hopefully, you guys catch on to the flow. I don't want to say it. I don't, you know, it's a personal, private thing that I want to keep. I don't know if I would ever open up, or in what way I will open up about the way he passed. But just going through it, and I know there are more people out there going through this, and loss and grieving is horrible, especially because he was so young. And my children, my son, the way that he had in his mind that death occurs is through old age. Many months ago, he asked me and was scared of dying, and I had a discussion with him, and I told him, well, in a way that he would understand. I don't know exactly what words I used, but in a way that he would understand, I talked to him about death and how everybody is born and everybody does die, but usually most people die when they're old, and that sometimes accidents do happen, or young people, adults, children do get sick with certain diseases and do pass away young, and or accidents happen, and he knew this, and but he, for the most part, thought and knew most people die when they're old. So when he learned that his dad passed away, he couldn't understand why his dad passed away so young. He was confused. So I gave them an explanation that is true, but in a way that their minds and their lives could comprehend the way that he passed. And so there are things that they will not understand right now, and they have questions, and I answer them in the best way that I can for now. And I know as they grow, they will have more answers, more questions, and I will give an answer based on how I see they're developed and understanding and maturity and age, of course. And I feel calm, but in the morning is the toughest for me, and in the night. And I go on social media and I see relationships and just all that, and it's triggering, and right now just mourning and grieving and trying to be in this new reality, and praying for him, and praying for his soul, and just praying for the family, and just, there are things that I choose not to share with you guys, but just know that things will be okay. And he always told me that, and they will be. It's gonna be hard, and I know some days already have been harder than others, and some days I don't even feel like getting up or doing much, just being a couch potato, like my daughter says, Mom, let's be couch potatoes today. Okay, honey. And I'm just trying to be there for my kids as much as possible, and just doing this. I hope I'm ready to go back to the hospital in a few weeks. They're waiting for me as long as I need to, but I also need to start financially. So I'll update you guys. I know this video may be shocking and upsetting and just all over the place. I didn't know how to start, and I don't know how to end, because there's just so much to say. And I am happy because he's in a better place now with God, and I pray for him every day, and I pray for me and my children every day, and my family. And I am here with my children, and all I can do is do my best to try to raise them in a godly way, in the way that he would want and that I would want, and raise them to be strong, independent, and caring individuals. It's gonna be tough, but I know that God is with me, and that is my only comfort right now, knowing that God loves me and that he is helping me and guiding me through this. And sometimes I don't even know where I get the strength, but God gives me the strength, because I know that if it was up to me, I would be in bed all day, every day right now. So yeah, guys, I love John so much. He was my sweetheart, and despite all the disagreements and betrayals that occurred in our relationship, and the hurt that was most beautiful, our children, just most beautiful, and we were at peace with each other in the last months of his life. We've always been peaceful with each other, and we've always been best friends, and despite whatever went on, we were always there for each other as much as we could, given circumstances, and he always understood me more than I understood him, but I was there and he was there, and we were at peace. And just remembering the words he would tell me all the time, that I was a blessing and he loved me, and just a lot of beautiful things, and that will forever stay with me. And he's in my heart and in my memories and in my children's, and yeah, I'll hope to talk to you guys soon, and maybe I'll add a montage. The video is already gonna be super long, but that's just me, guys, always with these long chatty videos. I'll create a little montage of him and just some of our moments together, and yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Pray for me and my family and my children. It's a very tough time right now, and I'll update you guys on how I'm doing and this nursing journey, and just other pieces of my life, hopefully soon. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.
Hey baby, it's me. I was thinking about you, and I just wanted to tell you that I love you with everything that I have, and I would never leave your side, and that I'm always going to be here for you, no matter what the situation, no matter what goes on. I will be right by you, because I'm in love with you so much. And I want you to know that there's no one in the world that makes me more happy than you. And I will always be here for you. I love you.